So my message here is to say, be yourselves.
I won't let no one come and take your place, 'cause the love you give, you can't be replaced. See no one else, let me like you do.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Sierra and I just pretty much talk about my life and everything in between. My auntie had gifted me with some matte brown lipstick, which is so cute. Like, I love it. I picked this color out and I thought that it was coming Friday, but it actually came earlier, and I just had on the lips. But then when I put on the lips, I'm like, ooh, well maybe it'll look, you know, a little bit enhanced if I put some makeup on. So then I put foundation on, and then I said, oh my god, foundation, I just look bland, let me contour. Then I did the contour. So there you have it. I don't have on the lashes. I really did it to just take pictures. If y'all don't know by now, I am a homebody whenever I'm not going to school. I won't even say work because I work from home, but whenever I'm not going to school or I'm not just going out, and when I say out, I mean like to the grocery store and traveling, I'm home. Like, I love being home. I love being like in my own space, you know, with my loved ones and that type of stuff. But anyway, that's not why I came tonight. I wanted us to have a conversation about trying to stay true to yourself as much as possible, especially in this time that we're living in, which is the social media time, the digital times, I call it, where it's so easy to kind of lose sight of yourself because of what you see others doing. I myself have found myself falling victim to that, like not actually doing it per se, but definitely contemplating it and thinking about it. Like my last video when I was talking about whether I feel like I'm doing enough things, like having enough hands in each pot, because of what I'm seeing constantly on social media, just of people having a hand in this, having a hand in that, you know what I'm saying, degrees, entrepreneurship and all that stuff all in one. So I guess subconsciously, excuse me, I felt like I gotta have that in order to be successful, which was totally gibberish, and I think I explained that in the last video. So I'm happy that I got out of that phase, but I just really wanted to come tonight to talk about just being authentic. And I know it could be hard at times, I really do, and this is just going to be a running theme throughout this entire conversation. I'm going to keep referring it back to me. I say to just show the human in it, you know. I'm not one to try to say you got to do this, and you know what I'm saying, or say what y'all need to do is this, you know, like I ain't got my own life that I got to worry about, right? Like I don't have shortcomings, because I do. My main thing is to kind of just put out there in the universe to you is, you know, if you're feeling like you have to change yourself or conform, in other words, whether that's conforming in a workspace because all of your colleagues are into one thing but you're really not, or whether that's conforming in a school setting, you know, maybe you're going to college and you're living on a dorm and all of your, I don't want to say friends, but it could be your friends or associates are into doing one thing and you're not, and you feel like you got to conform. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay true to who you are. There is enough copycats in this world. There's enough copycats in this world, y'all. Like, the world needs more innovative people. The world needs more unique individuals. This world would be so boring if all of us thought the same, if all of us did the same, if all of us dressed the same. You know what I'm saying? There is a sense of beauty in differences. Case in point, we don't always have to agree on the same topics because we all have our different minds that God gave us. We all have a different way of reasoning, especially if you're from another country. You know what I'm saying? Much less just in another state or even in the same household. I don't care if you're twins, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's fraternal twins or identical twins, you still do have two different sets of brains. So you're gonna think differently. As far as fashion style, you're gonna have different fashion styles. Don't feel like you have to dress a certain way to be accepted. And I'll be lying if I felt like those thoughts didn't cross my mind. They have definitely crossed my mind before. When I was in middle school, I believe I started thinking like that. Middle school, definitely high school, because you're going through so many changes, puberty, hormones inflated, you're trying to fit in, you know, because high school is just another beast. Even college, and just outside of college, just living your life daily. And now we have this platform that I'm speaking on right now called social media. YouTube is one of them, where you're exposed to so many different people in different spaces of the world who have different ideas, different fashion sense, different religions, you know what I'm saying? So any of those things, if you're not whole and if you don't steadfast on what you believe in, you can get drawn into it. You can. So my message here is to say, be yourselves. I'm telling you, people would love you better if you are yourselves than to be able to clock you when you're being fake. Because I don't know if y'all like me, but I could see through people majority of the time. Not all of the time, but majority of the time I could see through people's, you know, BS. I could see, oh, this person is trying to be something they're not. It'd be so, for me, it's easy to spot, and that's never a good thing, because that's embarrassing. You never want to get caught slipping in that sense. You never want to get caught being inauthentic. Just be yourselves, and if people don't like you for being yourself, oh well. I'd rather people hate me for being myself than to love me for being someone I'm not. And there's a lot of people roaming around this earth today as we speak that are so busy trying to appease other people and what they think people want them to be, or sometimes what they know people want them to be. Somebody say, oh, you gotta be like this, so they're like, okay, they do it, they succumb, you know what I'm saying, they conform, in other words. And that's not the way that I want to live my life. I have been put in situations where I felt like I was given an ultimatum in so many words, definitely by behavior too, and some of the things that they would say, to conform, to be like, well, I know you think like this, but this, that person, and that person think like that, so maybe you should reconsider. You know, that's how they land it to you. That's how they say it to you without saying. But you got to use your better judgment. Know that God made you for a reason. Know that he made you different for a very beautiful reason, and being different is amazing. I love being different. I'm an Aquarius, and I pride myself on being original. I'm not always original 100%, because like I say to anybody who would listen, there is nothing new up under the sun. If you think that you are the first person to have done something or thought of something, think again. The only difference is whoever done it before you, there is probably no social media, A, or there's probably no phones, B. You know what I'm saying? But somebody's definitely done what you've done or talked about it. You know what I'm saying? Those are just conversations that you weren't privy to. So just stay true to yourself. Don't let people try to sway you into doing something that you don't want to do. That's a horrible life to live in. That's a vicious cycle to live in. That's what I call the matrix, and that's what I'm trying to get out of, which is the matrix. But that has to do with just the whole Ʞ of working, school, going home, cooking, the whole routine thing about it. I don't like too much routine. I like some routine, but I don't like too much. Too much of anything is not good, and too much of anything Sierra does not like. I really just strive for peace, and peace is an everyday battle for me. It's not a situation where I say I'm at peace, or I feel like I'm at peace one moment, and that's just throughout my entire life or the entire day even. Like sometimes I gotta fight for my peace hour by hour. I've been in certain situations where it was even minute by minute I had to fight for my peace. But as long as I'm at peace, that's when I'm at peace. If you catch my drift. When I'm at peace, I'm at peace. You know, I don't like to get out of my high vibration. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I am put out of my high vibration. I allow myself to be, because I give in, you know, to whomever or whatever the situation is. And then I get in my head because I'm an overthinker. That is not good. Like I said, too much of anything isn't good, including overthinking. And that's just something that I've noticed. I know it exists, and I have to continue to work on it to at least reduce it. I would love to stop it completely. I really would. But realistically, I could reduce it. And I could reduce it a lot. And that's what I want. So y'all, if y'all don't take anything else from me in this video, be yourself, love who God have made you to be, and just love who you are. Because if we don't love ourselves, who else is really gonna love us? And even if they say they love us, if we don't feel it deep down in our hearts, none of that stuff matters. I'm telling you. It gets to, like, for instance, the Hubs, he was like, well, let me rewind back. I told him, I said, hey babe, I've decided that I'm gonna, you know, get myself in a calorie deficit so that I could lose this weight. Again, yo-yo dieting. And that's when he was like, babe, why are you doing this? I love you just the way you are. You know, you don't have to change, like, honest. And my response to him was, babe, I really appreciate that. I'm happy that you love me for who I am. You love me at the weight that I am. But respectfully, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me and what I see in the mirror. And he understood. He understood. At least I hope he did. But that's what it's really about. You know, you can't do things for other people. You know what I'm saying? And even if somebody else say that you're the most beautiful woman in the world, does that really matter if that's not what you see in the mirror? I mean, just look at all of the people that's in the limelight. Actors, actresses, singers, dancers, I mean, whomever. Whenever we say we're doing stuff for us, there's an argument to be made about why we all of a sudden don't like it. Or why we started feeling this way about ourselves in the 6th grade or whatever. Some people might say, oh, this didn't just start, I always felt this way. Then you could say, okay, well, what were you looking at in 5th grade to show you that this is not correct or this is not pretty to you? You know what I'm saying is, we all feel negatively about ourselves because of what we're told, A, or what we see, B. Because otherwise, how would we know that something is not pretty? How will we know that something is not right? Even you got to peel back those layers, and I do that for myself too. Hey man, I gotta be self-aware, and I like to practice self-awareness. So yeah, I guess in that sense, me losing weight, although I'm not doing it for a man, I guess I'm doing it because of what I see in society. I mean, let's just face it, society don't treat you the best when you are overweight, and if you want to be informal, fat. Society really don't. They treat you different. I haven't experienced that myself. I am technically overweight according to what the CDC, or my BMI is over, you know what I'm saying? But I believe everybody, what's the percentage? I don't want to get it wrong, but majority of the folks here in America is overweight or obese. I'm definitely overweight. I'm not obese, but I'm overweight for sure. I'm 5'7" and I'm not gonna tell you my weight, but I'm definitely overweight. So I mean, I guess I'm influenced by what I see on the TV and what I see people go through too. You know, I love documentaries. That's one fun fact about me. I love watching documentaries. I really do. I love it. I love it. I love it. Real life stuff really intrigues me, from all over the world, because I like to see people's real, authentic, raw self. I like to see people's lives unpolished, you know, whether it's poverty documentaries from overseas or here, because we got a lot of poverty here. Poverty doesn't stop because you get to America, child, please. I mean, it could be what, addiction to alcohol or drugs, which alcohol is a drug as well, because you can get high off it. You know, they just call it drunkenness or intoxication. I learned a lot more about life without actually being there. I could watch a film about homelessness in Las Vegas, but I'm not physically there to witness that person going through it. But it doesn't stop it from existing, right? I mean, they're on a documentary. They're showing the world exactly how they live in, you know, what they do on a day-to-day basis, what they got to do to feed themselves, clothe themselves, you know what I'm saying, and the whole nine. So that's just a little side note. I do love documentaries. In fact, I might just watch that at some point. Maybe not tonight. I'm in the mood to put back on Princess and the Frog. But y'all, I don't know how I got on this subject. I can tend to ramble on sometimes, but I say all this to say, y'all, let's just work on loving ourselves a little bit more, a lot more actually, but let's take it step by step. And I'm also influencing myself as well by talking. I do love myself, but I can always love on myself more and know how to pinpoint when I'm taking things too far, when I am putting so much expectations and stress on myself to try to appease other people. You know what I'm saying? That includes weight too, you know, but I need to be healthy. But I know that my primary goal, if I'm being honest, isn't just being healthy, which isn't good. Majority of it is I just want to like what I see in the mirror versus being healthy. And that's something that I have to deal with. You know, sometimes I like what I see in the mirror, sometimes I don't. So that has me question, you know, what's going on neurologically, because everything starts up here. Everything is mental. Doesn't mean that you're crazy, but it means that there's something going on up there, some type of imbalance, because it's all chemicals up here. Trust in the Lord and know that He loves you. God loves us. God truly loves us. But God also gives us free will. So that's that, y'all. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, especially when I start editing it, but for y'all who are new to my channel, make sure you are liking this video. I'm gonna give you some time. Oh yeah, that means now. Click that like button right now. The like button is right below. It's right below. Click the like button below, and even subscribe to me so whenever I post new videos, y'all will be amongst the first to know. But until next time, love on yourselves. I'm going to continue to love on myself and take it day by day, because we're in this together. I'm not above y'all. We're all in this world trying to figure it out, right? So anyways, love y'all. Peace.
Let's just hit the rewind.